Like a lot of right-wingers, Marjorie Taylor Greene is very thirsty for Hunter Biden's dick pics. And once she got a hold of them, she just had to show everyone.
To a foreign-based amateur online pornography platform. This is evidence of Hunter Biden making sex. Excuse me, this is my time. Making pornography.
Should we be displaying this, Mr. Chairman?
Sexual anarchy.
There it is. That happened during last Wednesday's House Oversight hearing, which was supposed to be centered on testimony from two IRS whistleblowers who alleged that the criminal probe into Hunter Biden, which resulted in a plea deal on tax charges, was mishandled by the Department of Justice, who they claim gave some preferential treatment to the younger Biden. To which I say, of course, yeah, I mean, if you're the son of any very wealthy person, you're going to get a little bit of preferential treatment. You're not. Let's just say that you're not going to be treated if you're a young black man, living in Detroit or Philadelphia or wherever. You're not going to get treated the same way by the Justice Department that the that the son of the president of the United States is going to get treated. We all know this. This is a fact. This is something that Republicans also know and celebrate because they want to go after the young black men in Philadelphia or Detroit. So this is not a surprise. We're not shocked by this. Nonetheless, what does this have anything to do with Hunter Biden's criminal charges? And I'm talking about the nudie pictures, right? What does that have anything to do with this? No, well, nothing. Nothing. Nor does it do anything to prove that the Justice Department didn't actually do their job in investigating Hunter Biden on the tax charges and things like that. And look, here's the thing. Hunter Biden owed back taxes for 2 years while he was on drugs. Okay? You know what he did? He paid them back. Yeah. He paid them back with apparently a loan from his personal attorney, whatever. So that's paid. Generally, the government isn't going to put you in prison for tax evasion if you paid back your back taxes. All right? And so, let's be real. Now, the gun charge, it's a little bit different. It can lead to prison time, but generally not for wealthy and connected people. In this case, there was a pretrial diversion agreement. And look, if you want to criticize the fact that, for example, as I keep mentioning, the young black man, that gets brought up maybe on the same charges, not tax evasion, for millions of dollars, but for the gun charge, okay. If you want to point that out, that he goes to prison while wealthy and powerful people don't, that's totally fair. I will share in that criticism. There's a lot of problems with our justice system, and it's a two-tier justice system in a lot of different ways. But that is not the point that Marjorie Taylor Greene is making. She's saying, well, look at Hunter Biden's hog. Look at it. Just look at it. Look, can you see this? Can you see how big it is? Can you see there's the problem here? No, Marge, this has nothing to do with any of that. And by the way, it's a violation of Hunter Biden's personal privacy. And you can say that maybe he shouldn't have left his laptop or in the shop, or he shouldn't even have made those videos. Well, I'm pretty certain that while he was making those videos, he's probably stoned out of his gourd. And also, which is not an excuse, by the way, but also the last thing on their mind is, hey, this is going to get shown at a congressional hearing someday. No, that's usually not something that somebody who's doing that is thinking about. And again, if you want to say, well, you shouldn't have done that, you should have stored it on his laptop, or at least you should have picked his laptop up. Okay, yeah, fair. But none of that gives anyone the go-ahead to distribute these videos online, on the right-wing news channels or left-wing news channels. It doesn't matter. And certainly it shouldn't have been shown during a congressional hearing. It just, look, this is nothing more than a tactic to try to shame Hunter Biden's father more than anyone else. It's not even about Hunter Biden. It's about going after Joe Biden. It's dirty politics. It's salacious. It's actually kind of fucked up, in my opinion. Imagine if they had videos of Don Jr. doing, coke-fueled sex videos. I'm not saying that they don't exist. But if they do, I don't want to see them. I don't really care. I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own home. Now, if you're a part of the administration, that's a little bit different. I don't think the Democrats would ever show them. Well, okay, let's be fair. There are some groups that might, but it wouldn't end up in Congress. Certainly not images of it. But again, that's the thing. It wouldn't matter because it literally wouldn't have anything to do with allegations involving Donald Trump, his father, if those things even existed. So again, that's what we're talking about here. There's this weird, shamey type of hypocrisy going on. Now that said, Hunter Biden's hit back. He hit back through his lawyer. Biden's lawyer, Abe Lowell, sent a letter to the nonpartisan Office of Congressional Ethics asking that Greene be investigated and penalized for her quote-unquote outrageous, undignified conduct. Look, I don't really care about comity on the House floor, but you probably still, shouldn't bring these things that are completely, wholly unrelated to, what they're talking about and contain pornographic images into a House hearing. Again, that's really effed up. Here's what the letter said. None of her actions or statements could possibly be deemed to be part of any legitimate legislative activity. As is clear from both the content of her statements and her conduct in the forums she uses to spew her unhinged rhetoric. Rather than evaluate the credibility of the IRS agent's testimony or review our tax laws, Ms. Greene sought to use the power of her office to generate some clicks online. Well, congratulations. And provide sensationalist clips for Fox News at the expense of harassing and embarrassing Mr. Biden. Now, this is, by the way, this letter was sent on Friday, but on Wednesday, the day that she did this, she went on to Newsmax to defend it. Here's what she said.
And they stumbled upon finding Hunter Biden's involvement in prostitution, involvement in making pornography back in November of 2018, when they were actually doing a side investigation into a foreign amateur porn company. And that's where they found Hunter Biden. So this is shocking. And this is actually the evidence that I believe the American people deserve to see, because when the American people can see this evidence, as uncomfortable as it was for me to show it on the Oversight Committee today, I believe that's how they can hold this government accountable. And the Department of Justice is politically motivated. This is a weaponized Department of Justice.
I'm showing you private dick pics of the president's sons in order to hold this government accountable. What? That makes absolutely no fucking sense at all. What? How? How showing, again, images, private images of somebody who is not a government official, how's it holding the government involved, accountable? I just don't understand. Now, the irony here is that she's the one who's trying to weaponize government against a private citizen. Hunter Biden is not part of the government. He's never been a part of the government. He doesn't plan on being a part of the government, and I can see why. And so, again, you're going after a private citizen because he's simply the son of the president. That's really it. That's Hunter Biden's biggest crime here. Otherwise, no one would really care whether or not he did these videos. And I'm certain that some of the people that are criticizing him have probably done worse. Now, Lowell also urged something called the OCE, an independent agency that reviews allegations of misconduct against lawmakers and their staff, to look into this, to look into Greene. He wrote in a letter, if the OCE takes its responsibility seriously, it will promptly and decisively condemn and discipline Ms. Greene for her latest actions. And so, if necessary, the OCE, this is not the letter, but this is what it is, it will refer matters to the Ethics Committee, which is where Greene's case could end up. Why, though? What exactly did she do? Well, it turns out she may have violated D.C.'s revenge porn law. Mentioned that before. City law prohibits knowingly disclosing one or more sexual images of an identified or identifiable person when this person in the photo did not consent to the image being shared. Oops. What's more, Greene may have sent the nudes to minors. Oops. Protect the children? Meh, not when we can actually go after Hunter Biden. So now, how is that? Well, she sent these in her email newsletter.
Whoopsie.
There is no screening age when signing up for her newsletter, so any minors who subscribe may have now received Hunter Biden's nudes from their congresswoman. Hey, congratulations, you open your email box and you're like, oh my God, what is this? I have been subjected to horrible pornography. Blame Marjorie Greene for that one. Now, if that's the case, Greene may have also broken federal laws banning the distribution of obscene material to minors. We don't know if that's the case. But look, at the end of the day, even though this, it clearly broke the revenge porn law, I doubt she's going to get in any trouble for this, since Republicans tend to control the House right now. And no one, not James Comer, not Kevin McCarthy, no one has said anything about punishing Marjorie Greene. There's been absolutely no pushback from fellow Republicans on this. And so, I don't expect anything to happen to her. But at the end of the day, it really does show you how just gross of a person Marjorie Greene is and how outrageous her stunts continue to be.